Hello everyone and welcome to day 5 of the Inkvent calendar. So here is day 5. Let's see what we can find. Nightfall. Interesting. I love doing this without actually having looked at it yet. Nightfall, that's another chameleon. So this is where we're gonna see like the shimmer having different colors. And that actually looks really kind of fun. I like, it looks like there's some green to that shimmer. So let's see how that's gonna work, if I can open this. And yep, there we go, perfect. Okay, so let's Nightfall, let's look at it. Let's shake it up. And then let's start with doing our little ink splatters here. So I'm going to shake it up, open it up, and then I'm going to use my little pipette here. I'm going to put some drops, mix it up a little bit compared to other times, maybe a smaller one. Get that to the side, closing it up. There we go. And we're gonna get our sandwich bag. Let's put it on here. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's it's kind of darker than I may have anticipated at first. Oh, but look at that. I think I might like this. This looks actually quite fun. There we go. So let's have this dry up. Look at, oh, I don't know if you can see that. That I am curious how that's gonna look in a pen, but you can see sort of a mix of gold green shimmer. So maybe if I kind of like, don't know if you can see that, but there is definitely like, you can see the chameleon part. It's really hard to see here, but so let's let this dry and see how that's gonna look. Wow, okay, I'm blown away. I like that. Today I'm organized. I have my Kakimori brass dip pen. I'm mesmerized. Nightfall. This looks like Nightfall. Wow. So let's see this one. We're gonna be better today than yesterday. Yesterday was chaos. So let's see. So I didn't even forget to make my lines. Oh, day 5. That was a lot. It's always interesting. Different inks are behaving so differently with this pen, with this dip pen. Some of them are really like this one, it's just kind of like splattering out, and then others are like you have to dip the pen quite a few times. It's quite dark. Like now on here, if you write on here, it looks very dark. So this is both of the splatter, and this is Tomoe River paper. Okay, so let's give this a moment to dry, and then we'll do the last one, which is my ink swatch. And I almost shook this without closing it first. So let's make sure we actually have some shimmer in here. I'm just going to take the other side of this Q-tip. I am, after all, an environmental scientist, so I like kind of reusing stuff if possible, even though then I'm going to make a mess on my hands. Even though that should be dry, that has dried. That's from like day 3. There we go. Put that away. Wow, okay. I can't get over this. Look at this. Look at this. Look, I don't know. This is the one where you can see it. I love the green. I really, so far, day 1, and this has been kind of, I'm really hoping you can see the difference in the shimmer colors here. I think you can. We're getting there. So, wow. Okay. So now the question is, what pen to put this in? So we also can see how it's drying here. What pen do I want to put this in? This is a very good question. For some reason, the first thought I had, and maybe that's exactly I want to go with, is my TWSBI 580 ALR in Prussian blue. And this one, I'm actually really curious. If anyone is watching this also has a 580 ALR, this is my medium nib, and my other one is a broad nib. And this medium nib feels so different than any other medium nib I have on a TWSBI Eco. It's springy, it's wonderful, I love it. It's just so good. And I don't know if this is just my specific pen, or if there is something about that medium nib that feels different than the TWSBI Eco medium nibs. If anyone knows, I would love to know, because I was tempted the other day to order the new yellow TWSBI ALR. And yes, I should actually not fill it like, well, I don't know. But as you saw, if anyone watched yesterday, I am sometimes failing at filling up fountain pens. And so for some reason, I started to fill up my TWSBI ALRs with my syringe. Yeah, that kind of just works better. And then we're gonna have the problem though, that we need to dip it, because otherwise it's gonna take quite a while. So start writing, and now it's like, come on, there we go. There we go, perfect. So let's see. I'm gonna see how that works on my little Stalagy paper. And I have no idea if this is annoying, if you have to watch me actually write proper words, but it makes me actually do this practice, and so I'm just sharing it with you. So I don't know if you can, it's just this medium nib. This is the best TWSBI medium nib ever. And I'm so curious, grateful for. So now, of course, because I dipped it, it seems super dark. It's also very like, there's a lot of it on the nib right now. So I wonder how that's gonna look once it starts flowing, or if it's just such a nice flowing ink. Heating in the house. I am grateful for heating in the house. It's like this cold, I love -15 Celsius and cold and sun, but this kind of what we're having right now, this humid cold, it goes into my bones. I have also been super grateful for my mom, always willing to listen to me. So yeah, so it looks, this is interesting, right? So sometimes with those stunning inks that look so nice on the swatch, so now like it's so dark on here, but now we can start to see. So okay, now we're going to start to see how it looks when we're getting to the actual flow of the pen, and a little less of me just dipping the pen. So it gets quite dark, but you can, no, that's not the right thing. So let me cover this up. So, but what you can see maybe is, even in this writing, there's a lot of shimmer in some parts, and it's a lot of like green golden shimmer. So I do like it. I do like it. I'm curious. Yeah, I like the shimmer part, but now on the Stalagy paper, it looks not very blue. It looks kind of darker than it is on here. So interesting. I will probably also write in on some Tomoya River paper and then see how that compares. So this is Diamine. Oh, see, maybe it doesn't, maybe it hasn't yet actually caught up. It's going through. This is the problem when you fill a piston filler like an eyedropper. It always takes quite a while. I could push the piston down. Sometimes I might do that. I think I'm kind of like showing off all of my bad habits. Nightfall. I don't even know if it's a bad habit, but you know. Like one of the things, and this is maybe different to some of you in North America, I actually could not believe when my partner, when he was like, I have never written with a fountain pen. I was like, what, you have never written with a fountain pen? Because in Switzerland, and that's actually part of what brought me back to this, is we had to learn to write at school with a fountain pen. So we had a Pelikan fountain pen. I still remember this. We had like blue and red ones, and I keep trying to find the exact model because I kind of want to, I really want one again, and I can't find exactly which one it was. And then there was a Lamy for the left-handed kids, and then we had a blue or a red one. And the first day of school, all of us had just a fountain pen on our desk, and I had the blue one. You couldn't choose. And And we had to learn to write with it. And so when I picked up the hobby again, I kind of like, I mean, not that with a piston fountain pen, it's a little bit different, but I just kind of knew inherently what to do because I grew up with it. I had to fix fountain pens and fountain pens that wouldn't flow and so on and so forth. So yeah. And then we actually, sorry, I didn't want to make this long, but the other thing that was kind of fun, what we used to do, and I have no idea why, but you know how when you have an ink cartridge, there's that little plastic ball, I'm assuming, that's kind of covering the tip, and then you push it in. We used to collect those little tiny balls as children. I don't know why, but that's a memory I have. Anyways, so look at this nice shimmer here. This looks amazing. So there you go.